Arsenal have just lost 3-1 to Manchester City, putting a huge dent into Arsenal's title race. And yeah, that's right, guys. Arsenal have just lost 3-1 to Manchester City, and a very disappointing result. A very poor second half as well, but just overall, I think it was just, it's just so disappointing. I mean, we're not top of the league anymore, so there's not much to talk about. I'm quite. It's hard to get out what I'm thinking right now, but I'm just gonna honestly just say whatever comes to my mind. Look, Manchester City, they are a great team. Arsenal, it was always a chance of no matter how far Arsenal were in the title race, we all knew Manchester City were always favourites because we know that they could go on these incredible runs and just end up winning it, and we know how much quality they have. But today's game, man, I just feel like with Arsenal, I just feel like whenever there's pressure on Arsenal, it's just we can never get the job done today. Look, let's start with the lineup. Okay, Thomas Partey, he was injured today. That's something we'll have to talk about. Thomas Partey's injury record, man, always gets injured, and he just doesn't get injured at any time. He always gets injured at the most crucial points where we actually need him so much. So he gets injured. Tomiyasu comes back, in which I did agree. I think Tomiyasu did need a game. I think Ben White should have been dropped, and deservedly he has been dropped. So Tomiyasu comes in, but saying that, Tomiyasu gives away that first goal, which we're going to talk about. But so Jorginho comes in, and first half was actually not that bad. I think we played okay. I think we create some decent chances. But Eddie Nketiah, man, some of those chances he needs to be scoring, man. Like that header in the first I think 15 minutes. If we scored first, who knows? It could have been a different game. But these chances is what different, makes the difference between a Premier League side and a top four side. And that, it's just, I feel like we are really missing Jesus, who's a really clinical striker. Because you saw what City have, Haaland, one chance, one goal, and that's what literally just won them the game. So first off, Tomiyasu makes a mistake. Honestly, that mistake, I think it was hard to, I think it's just, I'm not going to blame him too much for it. So he makes a mistake. We get back in straight away. Saka penalty, great penalties. There was so much pressure on it. Second half starts, and I think also just, honestly, I don't know what happened. Either Manchester City just turned up the gears, or also just didn't go for it anymore. Because Manchester City were just like, they just basically took the game to us. They played defensive, played really smart. Honestly, like, the way they saw was really good, and they just didn't allow any room for Arsenal. And there were moments, like so many stupid moments from Arsenal. The fact that we actually handed them all three goals, especially that second goal, then you got the third goal as well. We handed the 3 points to Manchester City, and now they're top of the league. But some other players, I think games like this really does highlight how far we actually are in a title race. We're not even close. Yes, we are in a title race. They're at, as the table shows, but in terms of quality, man, there are some players on that pitch that just need to be improved on and upgraded on. Granted, Xhaka today, I think Xhaka, he had a decent first half, but second half, there were so many moments where he was just ruining the attack, always making the wrong decision, passing instead of shooting, and honestly, there was one moment, I think it was where he could have either shot it to he could have shot it or could have passed it to Zinchenko. At the end, he did nothing and he lost the ball. There was another moment where I think Eddie Nketiah was running through. He misplaced the pass, gave it too much power. He went out, and that is what that's what the difference is between Manchester City and Arsenal. That when it comes to those moments, the Manchester City players like the likes of De Bruyne, Bernardo, they will take those chances, and it just seems that in these games, in these big games, your big players win you the game, and that's exactly what Manchester City did. I am very disappointed, man. Like we've lost our last 11 games against Manchester City. We have lost. That is so embarrassing. That is so poor. It just seems no matter how good we play against Manchester City, they always seem to get one over us, no matter how good we play. And I knew that second half, I was like, you know what, there's just going to be that inevitable chance. Manchester City will get that goal, a chance, and they will score, and that is exactly what they did. We're just so far off, man. We really do need to upgrade the team. In terms of notable performances, it's hard to think. I would say Saka played a good game. Bernardo kept fouling him. Honestly, I'm so surprised Bernardo was still on the pitch after halftime. The guy could have been sent off. Manchester City wasting time. But look, you can't really fault them. That is how there's a reason why they're Premier League champions. They know how to get a job done, and so far. So we just haven't been in this position for a while. It's a learning curve. I think some of the subs that came on were okay. Trossard looked good. Fabio Vieira, again, didn't impress me, man. I really, like I said, Fabio Vieira really does need to stop showing something. And yeah, man, it looks like Thomas Partey could be out against for Aston Villa, which is a big blow because Thomas Partey is crucial for Arsenal. Honestly, such a crucial player. Jorginho, look, he played okay today, but against Villa Park, when the game's going to be more fast-paced, Jorginho could be caught out in the transition. And honestly, I've said it, I think we do need to bring in Zinchenko in that left into midfield instead of Granit Xhaka, and bring Tierney back in, because honestly, I think there are just moments where Granit Xhaka is just like, I don't know why, he's just sometimes not making the right decision. He's just not mobile enough to get across the pitch. So honestly, like, I'm very disappointed, very upset. You know, yes, we still have a game in hand against Manchester City, but I don't know, it's hard to say if we're gonna honestly, I'm worried like how we're gonna react to this. In our last 3 games, 1 point, that is just simply not good enough. No matter if you're a mid-table side, and especially in a tower side, that is simply not good enough. We have allowed Manchester City back in. We're also potentially allowing the door for Manchester United. So yeah, hit the like button. That's all I have to say for today. Overall, just very disappointed, very upset. Second half, just simply not good enough. We were just outclassed. But yeah, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys.